Srinivasan and Managing Director of First Global joins us today. Devina, thanks so very much for your time. You've been part of the ET Prime Women Leadership Awards. As a juror, what were you looking for in candidates to pick the winners in each category?
So in each category, of course, you guys had given pointers as to what was supposed to be the framework. In addition to that, what I was looking for was persons who had done something unusual rather than just do more of the same, even if they did it a little better. Especially for the non-business categories, I was looking for people who had actually built new pathways, so to say, and even in the business categories where relevant, I tried to go that way, that people who had done something different.
Right. So ETPWLA is about acknowledging women leaders and the change makers. Now, as someone who was part of the process, how do you think that the scope and the impact of it can be enhanced or deepened?
I think that what I am looking for from this is really creating role models for the girls and young women. I mean, that to me should be the objective. Of course, I mean, the objective is also to celebrate women who have achieved something and accomplished something. But really the effect I'm looking for is that it creates role models. And I'll tell you why that is important. I mean, when I was young, I didn't think that was that important. I remember, when I talked, girls said, oh, you've beaten the boys. And I thought, this is a gender agnostic accomplishment. Why should you underline that you are female or that you're a girl or a woman or whatever? That was then. But now I realize it is very important, because all these studies show that when children are asked to draw, let's say, a scientist or an astronaut or whatever, they tend to overwhelmingly draw men.
Yes.
So the fact that you have someone out there, let's say, Falguni Nayar, having built a company and out there, that's a very important role model for young women and girls to have, that yes, this is possible, we can also do it. And that is something that is so required, because in many fields, including my own, the percentage of women is very, very low. When I started working, I was the only woman in the entire investment banking vertical of Citibank. In investment management, I still see very few women. Some magazine had this 40 investment gurus issue a few years ago, and I was the only woman among the 40. This is sad. This makes me sad that so many decades after I started, this is still the case. And I hope awards like these make women more visible, and therefore more girls aspire to be like these women.
Someone who is a first generation entrepreneur, someone who was part of the corporate setup, what is the advice that you would give women who want to take a chance, who want to risk something for entrepreneurship, as you have?
You should go ahead. When I started, of course, entrepreneurship was not such a glamorous thing. I mean, in the sense that typically families and parents would say, why would you give up a good job and do this? And now, of course, the whole ecosystem is different. It is recognized that, yes, this is a legitimate way to go. And I would encourage women to go that way if they find that they have an idea which appears good enough to them, and not to back off very easily just because of naysayers. Even in terms of funding, and this is not just true of India, but worldwide, the VC funding is heavily skewed against women. Very few women-led businesses get funded. The quantum of funding they get is less. And more than that, when the process is analyzed, you find there is a flaw in the process. That in VC funding, when men come with a business proposal, the questions are overwhelmingly towards what are the prospects, what is the size of the market, what is the growth. Whereas with women, it is more towards the risk. So once you're aware of that, if you are going to raise money, you turn the conversation towards your that whatever you're targeting, that whole business segment and what your idea is. So you have to, be cognizant of the biases that exist and do your best at least to counter them to the extent possible.
Yeah, that's very important and a good tip for any of the women who want to take a chance at entrepreneurship. Workplace participation of women in India is sliding. Now, we have more young girls in schools, we have more young women who are opting for higher education. Our fertility rates too have dropped. Women are still choosing to stay away from jobs. How can we make work for women?
Okay, I mean, it is sad that India, first of all, is towards the bottom of the list and it is falling still. And I don't think it's like you're saying that women choose to stay away. It is not quite so simple. And one thing which I would like to say is that to make this better, you have to go beyond the workplace, because the crucial problems are not arising from the work. I mean, that also is there, but the really fundamental problem is arising from the way our society, our families and households are structured, where a lot of the labor, including the emotional labor, that planning the menu, managing the household staff, keeping track of the children's schedule, keeping track of everybody's birthdays, even if it is the husband's side of the family, all of that falls on the woman's plate, and it is all unacknowledged labor, let alone, anything else. It's not even recognized that they are doing all these things. And that is what in a law, and plus, of course, there is more like concrete stuff, that like the lack of child care facilities. And again, because it is assumed that that has to be the woman's lot, that you have all these inequities build up one after the other. Many years ago, I had written in the IIM Alumnus magazine, there's a woman's issue, and I said, you look at a lot of the IIM girls marry batchmates, or one senior, one junior kind of thing. But even then, a lot of times the women start to make the career compromises very early, that the husband gets transferred, you take a transfer or a new job in the new city, and you're not taking turns with that. And then after some time, it becomes like kind of logical that now he's the better earning person, so his career should take priority. And it becomes a self-perpetuating cycle. So as a woman, be cognizant of the choices you are making, the decisions you are making, and just evaluate it all the time. So that is something, I find too few women do that. That you really step back and see that what am I doing, should I negotiate a better deal for myself even within the family, let alone the workplace? And of course, I mean, workplace also, there are subtle and not so subtle discrimination at times, and not just workplace, even when you're dealing with business people on the other side of the table, they may not take you that seriously. I used to, in the beginning of my career, one thing which I used to find, that when you meet people, especially from more conservative backgrounds, men would feel very uncomfortable making eye contact. And if you had a man, however junior with you, they would rather look at him and talk rather than look at you. So it's all these little things. But I would be very happy to see the labor market participation rate for women go up, and especially for women not to drop out in the middle management, which is what happens. And also, I find that I was looking at, even I was talking to some IIM graduates, that unfortunately, if you drop out even for a year or two, the penalties are very high. It becomes very difficult to get even a halfway decent job thereafter. So a lot of people give up at that stage also. So that is one area where the corporate world can be a lot more welcoming, and some companies sporadically are doing that, but not as a whole.
Right. Yeah, we do have a long way to go. The gender pay gap also is one of the issues why a lot of women opt to perhaps not take the job rather than take a job which will pay them lower than a man in the same category. Devina Mehra, thank you so very much for being a part of the process of BET Prime Women Leadership Awards, for giving us your time and your expertise. We wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.